Hey loves, my name is Kyle August and welcome back to our 21 Days of Love. It is already day 11. Every day now I'm surprised how far we've actually came, but we're actually over halfway through now, which is awesome. So definitely let me know all of the awesome success stories that you guys did have in the comments below. Today I wanted to talk and really almost get in this discussion of a misunderstanding I always sometimes see when it comes to manifesting a specific person or manifesting anything. And it's the concept that, remember, manifestation, as much as manifestation feels like magic, it's not magic. It's all your power coming from within. And remember, then, we need to make sure that we are having an internal change that's matching exactly what we want. We need to get into the assumption that we already have it. There's no power outside of you, no technique that is going to bring your reality to you except yourself. And like I mentioned, this is something that I've found I've thought of it when I first started, and even now I'll get tricked into thinking the external reality has some power over me, but it really doesn't. And it's basically whatever you assume to be is going to be. And I would definitely, as whenever I talk about this subject, I always want to say, I love techniques. I love doing stuff that puts you into the state. If you guys have came to my seminars or my coaching, I love supporting the power that's coming from within. But when it comes to this like magical powerness within, we need to notice and not take the power outside of us. And I'll give you an example of this. Sometimes in coaching sessions, or everyone's going to do this, I've done it before in the past, so it's all learning process. So if you feel like you've done this, don't worry. It's okay, because we can tap into the power, and maybe that's the only thing holding you back from manifesting right now. So I've found many people, and how should I describe this? Basically will come to me in a coaching session, and we'll talk, and I'll tell them the power that they have within. We'll go over all of their background, every problem issue they've had in their manifestation. And then I'll say, okay, well, do this and do that, right? But remember where the power is coming from. And sometimes I'll have individuals come back and say, well, I did this, but they're not here yet. What do I do? And that is always, I don't want to say off-putting, because if you don't feel it, nothing's going to happen. Like if we do these techniques in our external, I want to hear, oh my gosh, I had this feeling. I'm still not feeling something. If you don't have what exactly you want in your reality, and your response doesn't come from like, well, I feel this way, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm assuming, this is what I'm believing, then we might be in this pack or track of external magic. Because I will say it does feel like magic. Manifestation is magic, but not in the way of something outside of you is bringing it to you. It's always you. It's always if you want to say God or your God state, your higher self as well, that could be something that really, really helps. But I want us to always remember that it is the power within. It's our feelings. It's our assumptions. And I can't tell you how long it took me to really get that through my head. And it's because it's really hard. We're living in, well, it's not really hard. I shouldn't say that. But it is really, the reality that we're living in really supports us to look outside of us. And so anytime I'm feeling bad or worried, you can listen to these videos. I would listen to like Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, audiobooks. That's what I usually do if I'm ever feeling like, okay, I'm too much in my external. But also keep in mind, and this is like one of the funny things, a little add-on I wanted to do for day 11, because not only did I want everyone to remember throughout this whole process, it's not this video that's helping you manifest. It's not the technique that's helping you manifest. It's not all this. They're just supporting that. They're not manifesting it. It's you. It's your power. And you have it within. Whether you think you do or not, you have that power within you right now. And another concept that I wanted to almost touch on, because I really thought, I included it in a video recently and I thought it was really fun, so I'm going to do it today. What do we have to lose by assuming the state, right? Because think of that concept of attempting to magically tap our hands, snap 3 times, and bring our manifestation to us, but feel the exact same way, right? Because if we snap 3 times and we were like, someone told us if we snap 100 times, we get our specific person. Well, technically, if we believed that, it would happen. But it's all this, it's like we want this thing without any internal change at all. But why would we want to do that, right? And so I have to ask, what do we have to lose by assuming the state, right? What's the difference in changing who we are internally and really assuming and feeling as if we already have what we want? And it's funny because when you do ask yourself that question, you get weird responses, right? Because we all feel it, right? Why don't we all just feel and get into the assumption that we already have what we want? And anytime I go to do that and I really ask myself that question, I can't get a proper answer, right? It's like maybe the external, maybe I would say I usually attribute it to this feeling that you want to remain in the same place. Because really, what's stopping us all from just assuming we all have the love we want, we all have $1 billion, and everybody loves us, and we're king of this reality, king or queen of the reality, right? What's stopping us from doing that? And I would say it is almost this internal, I don't want to say fear, because that's a whole video. Maybe I'll do the video for day 12 of like our upper limit sort of idea, because we can actually fear something really, really good coming into our life if it's something that's going to change our life drastically. But that's for a whole nother video. I'm sure you guys even know what I'm talking about already. But what do we have to lose? What do you have to lose by, in this video, assuming as if you already have your specific person? What do you have to lose by assuming as if you're a loved and abundant and a prosperous individual? What do we have to, why are we even waiting, right? It is funny to think about that, but we can. Questioning this idea of why can't we just do it is how we're going to get around it, right? How you're going to assume it right now. Because why can't we? Why can't we live? Let's do it. You know what? Today, let's just live all of today as the most loved, abundant, relaxed, no stress individual ever. So think about all of those feelings, emotions, ideas, beliefs that you would have in your end state. Feel them now, even because I know it's your mind and your body kind of want to refuse this for whatever reason, but tell it it's just for today. Okay, just today. Leave it for today, and then we're gonna make it tomorrow and the next week and the next month. But just tell your body today. Today is the only day that we have to do this. So we have to force ourselves into that state, and after that, we could do whatever, but let's just take it today. Everyone today, we're going to live in our end state. And one of the main things, because I have notes here, but I don't remember why I put these notes on here, because it doesn't really relate to what we're talking about. Because I had an idea of, like, when we're assuming the state, sometimes we might think, well, those aren't my thoughts. That's not who I am, right? That's like, could be something. That's just not who I am, not the state I am, right? And it's obviously, that's why we're in whatever state we're in. But, because I put an example here, maybe I'll use it for another one, but I want you to think of your reality and your mindset and your thoughts. Maybe I'll include it for a different video, because it was kind of like, well, what if I implanted those thoughts in your mind? Then how would you feel then? Would you still believe it? Would you still like it? I'm going to make it another video, because I feel like this is getting a little confusing. But today we are deciding you're with your specific person. You're the most loved individual. You're the best. You're the most abundant. No one else compares to you, and no one else could compete with you. Your reality is you pushed out and only wants you to get exactly what you want. So that's a challenge for today, okay? Day 11, live. Just what do we have to lose? What do we seriously have to lose by doing that? And it's going to be absolutely nothing. You guys I can't think of anything good or a reason why we can't do that. I guarantee you can't as well. So let's just do it. Let's just do it for today. And then if you like it that much, do it tomorrow and then do it the next day. Because sometimes it is this idea that we have to do it every single day forever. And that's like what freaks our body out in our state. Because we're like, well, I'm going to be different. And it's like, well, different and change to a new state is good. Well, technically we don't change. You only bring out a state that you have within. That was kind of a topic of my the seminar yesterday, Manifest Love at First Sight. I had that sort of idea going on, which is really cool. Definitely check it out if you wanted to. But if you did have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment section below. Or if you wanted to send me a personal question, head over to my website. I'll put it right here, KyleAugustCoaching.com. That's also where you can go for one-on-one coaching if you wanted to work together. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video, and then don't forget to subscribe, because I don't want you to miss any of these 21 days of love, which obviously I'm going to continue making more videos after. But definitely subscribe so you don't miss it. But have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great week, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow.